Don't do what you must.
I mean, like, the thing is, you don't really need to pick an illusion hero versus this wyvern. Might as well pick the alchemist. Like, I think looks pretty good for them. Because you get the hawk vision, you get cursed, whatever, you're just jumping the backlines anyway. You don't have your own illusions killing you.
Oh, a Spyro. Wait, so it's core Dawn, and they're playing it with the...
Probably Dawn offlane. This one, like I talked about, this is the role where... I'm not going to say it's the worst role. I think it's hardest to play on the offlane because you have to make really good choices in your itemization. Because, like, you're not always going to be able to be a carry.
It could be a carry. Didn't you say you liked it into Beast because you can just like catch the
balls
and kill
sure.
and stuff?
It could be a carry, you're right.
Maybe.
It could be. But do you actually think he has played it actually?
I would be super
Monkushi
down.
played it once and he lost with it.
Yep.
But he can play it.
But he can't play it.
I mean,
they've lost every single game
except for the last one.
Apart from the last game. So really they should just copy the exact heroes from last draft to replicate their success, huh?
Pick PL again?
Would not be bad at all,
No, it's not. Probably not as good this game. Unless, I mean, there's Zeus in the game for starters.
But I forgot his static field is in the shard now, but that's at 15 minutes, so it's not really a problem.
Yeah, you'll get it eventually.
Yeah.
You can move them to mid if you want versus the Void Spirit.
Yeah. I like the Void Spirit pickup, by the way. Nice way to like threaten the Zeus. He's so annoying with his jump now, but Void Spirit has like 2 jumps and can just follow you.
Yeah, you can get on top of them, but you also have a lot of magic bursts, so like the physical shield doesn't help at all versus that.
That's true.
So they both. I think getting on top of Zeus is definitely more important though.
Yeah, it's nice, and you can just like rotate Skyroth too, and that should be really a lot of damage to just kill him.
Zeus mid. Yeah, there it is. They decided that they prefer the Zeus core versus the Void Spirit.
Last game, you know, I kind of asked you for some percentages, Fear.
Oh, nice.
I'm going to do the exact same thing. Yeah, arbitrary numbers. Just throw them out there on where you like in the drafts at the moment.
5 seconds.
Rune Eaters. I'm going to give them... This is like a 70-30 for Rune Eater.
Okay.
Yeah.
Radiant team.
Damn, big numbers.
Big numbers.
But neither team has shown their carry yet, which can change a lot. And we'll see.
That's why I asked now. That's why I asked now.
I'm gonna need Rune Eaters to pick Faceless Void, or I'm gonna need Pari Parni to ban Faceless Void, because this is looking like the most popular. I was thinking they don't have enough to like keep everyone in place for this Phoenix Egg to pop right now. They just have the Roar. So what can I give that will fix that? Faceless Void. Just pick it. It's sick. They have heals, like, but they don't matter because all of Rune Eater's damage is all magical with the Phoenix.
I wouldn't want to be Void here because
why would you not want to be Void?
You're literally just setting up for your teammates because you do 0 damage against the Wyvern. You're playing against
ult the Wyvern.
you're playing against Void Spirit and Sky, so the silence is pretty.
Oh, what Void Spirit with Ags?
Yeah, I mean, or just Yuled and the Remnant into like.
Shouldn't you get a BKB by this point? Actually, no, then you have no damage. Yeah, I can see it.
Like, it's a pretty stressful way to play Void if you're just a Chronosphere.
That's true. But they do have a lot of, like,
but you know who I do like who's low cooldown?
Yo?
I've already mentioned him, but he's banned.
I was going to say Alchemist.
Oh, yeah.
But something like that could be good if they can get, like... I want a stun for sure on their carry, right?
Okay.
But it maybe not that long of a cooldown.
Well, like Wraith King?
It's not bad. Yeah, I wouldn't hate that. They get to see, though. They get overall aspect. They're going to see if this Dawn is offlane.
Ooh,
which it is.
Cool.
So it could be... they banned the Lifestealer themselves. That looked pretty decent versus the Dawnbreaker. Void is a hero people do like picking versus Dawn in lane, but then you run into the problem later on where you're going to be having Cold Embrace, you're going to be having the Dawn ulti on the Chrono, and really you're just like, all right, hopefully my Zeus kills all of them in that time, which he might. But you're just a glorified just stun at that point.
I just like the idea of like you're getting a guaranteed second stun off with the egg. Terribly, no way, no way. They're so stubborn.
They should have taken the Alk instead of Phoenix. This guy, he wanted to play Alk so bad. I know he did, and he's like, I didn't get my Alk. I'm gonna play TV.
I'm mad. I'm picking TV.
Yeah, he definitely got that nice little ban off on the side of Pari Parni. But for the last time today, we're gonna bring in Lyrical and Trent for Game 3. We're gonna hear their thoughts. If you guys believe in the TB this time, Lyrical.
I do. I mean, this hero feels pretty good. I think that they won with it previously. Just bring it on back, make it happen. Oh wait, no, that one didn't happen. Maybe we go the other way then.
Don't mention that
really
one.
close though. It's like,
Almost had it. But for you, Trent, same thing. Do you have faith that TB can close it out this time, or are you liking the change up on Pari Parni?
I like the TB. I also like their support duo quite a bit. Marcy Phoenix, that seems pretty good. We got some single target initiation in terms of like the dispose, quick and active with the roar. So in combination, I think this will be pretty solid here. Zeus just kind of gets a little bit of finisher damage. Pretty solid for Rune Eaters.
It'll be interesting to see how the fights play out on the couch. Is it going to be the same in unison? Who you guys are going to go for?
He's warmed up now. It's time for TB to win-win.
No, I'm not feeling the Zeus TB core
Really?
with Phoenix. They're so low on stuns. I think Pari
That's true.
Parni's got this game.
So you're going Pari Parni.
I
I'll
think
go
so.
with Runeers. I'm a Runeer fan. Boy.
Okay.
Let's go.
Game 3, there is a divide here. So Lyrical and Trent, you guys are going to have to sort it out between you two. Who you think is going to be taking Game 3 here as we are jumping into it?
Thank you so much, Nat. I don't know if we can sort it out. I mean, we're just here to watch what's going crazy. I am. I don't know, man.
Well said.
Oh,
So eloquent
Thank
as
you.
always.
always try to be very lyrical. That's what they say. I don't know. I sort of feel like TB is super strong, but at the same time, PA just like can own everybody. Do you have a thought on it? Do you have a feeling, an instinct?
PA is very interesting because like she tends to counter some of the other hard carries. So like you often see her after like an anti-mage or something like that, where it's like this classic, oh, I want the Phantom Assassin, we're gonna go fight. And like she likes to see the carry first, but in this case, like they kind of pick PA, and I'm like, there's not really any good answer for this because a lot of the times you're looking from like some sort of an MKB buy or something. Obviously, it's generally pretty good versus the Phantom Assassin, but those heroes aren't looking too hot at the moment. At the very least, they do have the Terrorblade, so that is an item that can sometimes be worked in for this hero. But the lack of stuns, as Fear said, that can be an issue versus Phantom Assassin. Maybe they initiate on someone else on the squad. Dawnbreaker's there for the save, and then PA just gets to dance around the engagement, blowing up your backline. So the things to watch for will probably be just like the initiation and how the Dawnbreaker responds. Like, can they get the burst out first on Rune Eaters? And then the other side, you have Skywrath Mage, who, of course, with any single stun, can occasionally blow people up.
And they do have a couple of single target disable things going on. You got the Remnant coming from the Void Spirit. They've got potentially some shenanigans coming from the Dawnbreaker, but more likely than not, Sky's gonna have to set up his own stuff. The other one that I'm really interested to see is if the game slows down, as we've seen happen time and again. Immersion, he could be the hero of this one, playing against a Beastmaster and a TB. That is some spicy winner's curses.
That is true. And I mean, there is as you said, the Beastmaster. It is like it is still a counter to have Wyvern versus Beastmaster for sure. But the thing that Beastmaster has is the vision of the Hawk, and then there's also a Zeus. So it's not an easy Wyvern game in that regard. Like, you have good stuff that you're countering, but the enemy also has tools to try and find you before you can get that big curse off. So very stressful game for Immersion as well.
For sure. And we already do see the battle that will be taking place here in the mid lane. Haze already taking some harassment from Depressed Kid. Obviously has some tangos ready to go. We'll be able to regen up through all of this. But Depressed Kid looking to keep up his momentum on another one of these flashy heroes playing on the Void Spirit.
Yeah, one of the I don't know, lesser of his more exciting heroes. I mean, his Ember is just like pretty iconic to me. And the Puck, of course, like they have a little bit more like, I don't know how to put it, more scaling impact, I guess. Like Void Spirit tends to really peak at the Ags, and then after that he sort of falls off a little bit. Like, he can still dance around quite a bit, but his damage tends to fall off somewhat. So we'll see if he can sort of like hit that in stride with the rest of his team, and with the synchronization of the timings of the Phantom Assassin to really make that pop. Because you don't want to, be falling off versus a TEV draft later in the game or something.
Particularly with the Zeus in it, can get very scary. We saw down bottom the TB get actually brought fairly low. Maybe a testament of things to come. You throw the hammer, you get a nice little concussive shot off. This hero will melt, and when Skywrath gets level 2, things are going to start to feel a little bit more scary. So we'll have to keep our eyes bottom where there could be some early action. Likewise, up top, just the axes build from Limitless, as you'd expect.
Yeah. Axes from Limitless, as well as the early Arctic Burns have been doing a lot of work versus Limitless and Arrow. Just, you know, strength heroes, so burning through that health with some percent base damage is always nice. But they've also been whittling away Mankushi quite a bit. You know, obviously just like chucking out their spells, annoying him, trying to pressure him when he goes for these last hits. And you can see, though, that even with just like a dagger, you want to be hitting both your targets there. Oh, yeah. Get that percent burn on there.
Nice. Yeah. And, I mean, he's getting some stick charges along the way, but that is well worth it to keep that pressure on. So, yeah, they're keeping that constant movement. Mankushi throws out another one of those daggers. 8 stick charges now, Limitless. Forced further and further back, but decides to turn and fight. Has another round of axes. Will they go for any more? It doesn't look like it.
Man, that 2-second buff on the Arctic Burn, you can feel it.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Look at
Limitless.
Yeah.
Down
He's
low.
just dead, I think. He got greedy.
One more dagger. Oh, they got him. Well played.
First blood comes with the first breath.
Oh, that is a great way to start the top lane.
And look at this, like, this giant wave, though. It is, you know, he'll be back in time at the very least. Oh, look at the free damage from Mankushi. Oh, he's making him hurt. So you want to hold this wave outside the tower? I'm going to make you pay for it.
Yeah, that's a good play. Burning through that regen. Because just having to keep the headdress on, it's going to take a while for Phoenix to get back up to full. Down bottom. Carry has Dispose and Metamorphosis back off cooldown soon, but they won't, or rather going to wear off soon, so they won't go for it.
And now, yeah, it's an instant turn, though.
Oh,
Knowing that's going to be gone.
Is in some trouble. Trading hits over. TA2000 tries to soak up the damage, and it is going to be enough. Stick charges are there, but no more concussive shots.
Wow, actually able to save it. And, well, you know, the good thing about TB is he's got no HP anyway, so the halved salve isn't that horrible.
Dude. Oh my God, they're just having to use the sidekick for the lifesteal.
Yeah.
That's it's working, keeping him alive barely. Kyori ends up not getting hit by that one. They're trading the damage back and forth between them,
don't die.
but they will take down the TB. A double kill for Pasha. Holy moly. Okay.
You cannot both get hit by Starbreaker. I think that's like the most embarrassing thing that can happen when you're laning. Surely the two of you cannot both get hit by Starbreaker. I know it's because he was being greedy and he was trying to get a Dispose play in the tower, but like, come on. Of all the heroes, you know, Crystal Maiden, she gets the double Crystal Nova. Fine. Sure. Our positioning was a little off. Double Starbreaker.
Yeah, the range on that is not big enough to warrant that one happening, but it ends up coming back to bite him. Dang. So off to a good start. Pari Parni so far coming up with answers, and Rune Eaters, after disappointing game number 2, looking a little bit shaken coming out of the gate.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
You see this ward that Carrie just ran up and placed in the bottom lane, by the way? On his respawn, he came back down. He ran immediately to the tower and planted a ward way up there by the enemy tier 1. So, like, far outside, like, the normal sentry range. Kind of interesting.
Yeah. Although, does have a sentry. We'll see if they find it on Heaven. It doesn't look like it yet,
Dire's
at
bottom
least.
tower is
Turns
under
now.
attack.
Wants to find one. Pasha taking some damage. Will manage to walk out of here.
Not getting good angles on the Dispose. I think that was a mistake. Like, kind of a little bit more to the east rather than the south there to force, like, a longer walk or something out of Pasha.
Hayes. Jump. Finds him. Pulls him back in. And dead. Heaven gets the kill. And Arrow now also in trouble. Dude, they do not look on top of her right now. Pari Parni are just killing it.
Yeah, and Marcy did get the Invis rune at the very least, so that's like taken away from them, of course, but that's why you're bringing all your heroes mid, and if you're not going to get the rune for your Void Spirit, you want to get some kills. That was 200 gold for him, as well as 230 XP, so lots of XP actually being shared all around from those heroes. And then even a ward dropped in to keep an eye on this Radiant Triangle, so they're going to see these stacks and being prepped up for the Terrorblade. And, I mean, they sort of have an okay invasion force because they're going to have the Void Spirit playing aggressive and the potential for the Dawnbreaker to be farming and still join in if they want to invade on the stacks.
Yeah. And I mean, you can see
got
already
the ward
getting the
though.
levels on Pasha. Oh, they do manage to get the D ward there. Okay, so Arrow understanding what's going on. They at least know the stacks are happening, though, as you said. That's
huge, though. Gonna kind of a D ward. Like, they could really be prepping for that. They're going to know when you're coming to contest the top rune. Like, that ward would have been giving so much information over its lifespan that it's absolutely massive that he gets that. And part of that might have been because he had that obs ward by Roche. I've seen the movement up there. I'm not sure.
Well, this lane is going to become pretty tough for TA2000. Kaori puts the small camp pull. And they'll probably try and connect this one afterwards. But at least for now, Pasha gotten free reign in here. And might see some rotation in. And in fact, Depressed Kid, along with Heaven,
yeah, they have a ward
through
in
the
here
jungle.
Radiant's bottom tower
Kaori is who they
under
find,
attack.
but also on the other side, Pasha, they're right into TA2000. And Kaori found, and oh, he actually missed the concussive shot. This is going to take a little bit longer than they would have hoped, but does eventually go down.
Meanwhile, top rune as well. 8 minutes. It did spawn bottom, though. It's a DD. Which still doesn't deny. Oh, I can't deny it in time. So actually, Void Spirit gets it.
Oh my God,
Sorry.
that's crazy.
Sorry, it's just T2000. Yeah,
Radiant's bottom tower
it's like
is under
a
attack.
tenth of a second or something.
Dire's top tower
Dude,
is under
and the
attack.
DD on Void Spirit is so nice.
Yeah, he's just lurking, man.
He's ready.
Radiant are scanning.
Well, already 6-0
Dun-na.
start.
Dun-na.
Hey,
Dawnbreaker's just waiting, dude.
Hey,
It's like,
no.
da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
He doesn't get the jump though. Tries to get the angle. Not quite there. But they find the kill up top in the meantime. All
Yeah,
that
meanwhile-
angle spent. Immersion does eventually go down. Nkushi chasing Arrow. And they get on the board, but it comes at the cost of 2 heroes. And Depressed Kid looking for more. Jumps right on top. Hayes does have the heavenly jump still, and the extra movement speed coming from the rebound.
Oh, he wants this. He still has the ward, too.
Jeez.
Not quite. Yeah, this whole time I was watching Pasha's ulti, I'm like, oh yeah, he might just come in for this Zeus kill, but it looks like they found the more important thing up top there. To help the turn on the Limitless. Limitless does have Helm as well as Roar up and available, though. So, potential for Marcy to just move up there and get a kill if she'd like. And at this point, you know, TA2000 just straight up more efficient moving through the jungle
Dire's
than
top
battling
tower
it at all
is
in the
under
lane.
attack.
So, you'll just see him sweeping through there.
Radiant's
That
middle
ward
tower is
still
under
there.
attack.
Probably going to get its full duration in that Radiant jungle, though they missed it with a sentry. So, excellent vision placement here from Pari
So
Parni.
annoying. Limitless, they find Immersion. Depressed Kid wants to take out the Helm creep, and they'll get it. Immersion's still in trouble, though. And the Wyvern is eventually going to fall. Depressed Kid, Simulate tries to get out. Does have one more jump, but meantime, Kaori gets hit there. Good silence, good turn.
Radiant's bottom tower
And
is under
Hayes
attack.
not able to take down the Void Spirit. They will find the finish on to the Skywrath, though. Double kill for the
Radiant's
Zeus.
top tower is under
So they
attack.
get both supports, but they also stole, I think it looked like a double stack probably, as well as some of the units from the Beastmaster. So
Okay.
got some okay stuff for Pari Parni and wasted a bit of time, but that kind of evens it out, I would say. Just getting the double there from Rune Eater. So everyone's sort of happy at
Radiant's
this point.
bottom tower is
Carry,
under attack.
does he get the tome? No, no tome for him because he's rocking the Marcy, and Arrow's not 6 yet. So
Jump.
tome is coming to Phoenix now. It's going to be too late, though.
Oh, and Pasha, he's there. A quick jump from Nkushi, and then they end up getting the kill. Although, need to be careful. He's getting hurt. He's getting pummeled. And they eventually bring down that PA. So, comes at a cost.
Yeah, and they can keep pushing because they just got the tome. They have the 6, so they're maybe just hoping that someone will commit on this Phoenix. Silence is there, though, and it is 3 seconds, so you don't want to be too low if you're trying to force this
Structures are
egg.
fortified.
Yeah. And Depressed Kid is making his move up here, too. Do they want to defend this or fight? I mean, they do have Wyvern ulti.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Maybe a chance.
Dire's top tower is under
Depressed Kid
attack.
hunting
Dire's
and
top
won't
tower
manage
has
to get
fallen.
in time to take the engagement.
I don't even get the deny, so Bit of wasted time here, one could say. And, well, Arrow at least will happily come down bottom and hold this lane that TB has long since abandoned. Not much a Dawnbreaker is going to be able to do to you, so that's pretty great.
Yeah. In the meantime, also, PA has kept up her farm. Unkushi just one component away from finishing the Battle Fury at this point.
About 600 gold ahead of the Terrorblade. Very good start.
Yeah. Yeah, had a very good game. DD.
Race to the DD.
Wyvern goes in, has an ulti, ready, drops it right away, pulls the Zeus back in now. The stick flare a little bit off the mark, but they might still be able to take him down afterwards. Thought about it, but not going to go all the way in. Unkushi wants to farm.
Yeah, very relaxed after that. No thoughts of a chase kind of at all.
Right.
But Kaya is flying up for Depressed Kid, so first item, not going to be necessarily active one in terms of like using people up or something when you're really trying to get things done, but just an overall great item on your Void Spirit, of course.
Well, Terrorblade, we know, going to be going in for that Manta. Zeus also picking up his first item, I believe. It's coming on out on the courier now, the full Kaya. So, I mean, I guess the weird thing about this is that with PA this far ahead of the TB, I mean, not a huge amount, but like at this point in the game and getting towards that Battle Fury, this could be looking pretty good for Pari Parni.
Yeah, they have to be pretty pleased. Just keep stacking Ancients. Looks like that's what Immersion's kind of doing. Just hang out in this zone. Already got a couple there. Get your PA nice and huge. I mean, you haven't lost your mid tower at 13 minutes versus TBs and Beastmaster. That feels pretty good.
Kind of everything that they would want so far. And in the meantime, up top, Depressed Kid will be found, but no way to break the TP means that he gets out as well, while Hellraiser, not Hellraiser, excuse me, Limitless is there, while Rune Eaters.
Wow, speaking of Limitless.
Yeah, he's in some trouble now. That
He's
Mystic
real
Flare
gone.
comes down.
Yeah, he's just evaporated.
God, they get the Helmet of Dominator creep too. The Battle Fury done. Haze. Next one.
They're just gonna jump him.
Goes in. Dawnbreaker tries to chase this.
What a collapse on this tower. Is he gonna finish that TP? Yo, you're crazy.
I mean, silence, long
Arrow,
duration.
what are you
Can he get the
doing?
egg off in time? No, he doesn't get it. And Winter's Curse afterwards will run off.
And smell the roses.
Interesting. Very interesting, Trent.
Even if you get that egg off, isn't it gonna get attacked down? Like, I feel like there was enough there that it seems unlikely to survive.
You know, you're not wrong.
It was a cool play
like.
though, because they're like, well, Beastmaster's dead, and we have a hard time pressuring towers. There's no doubt. Can we take advantage of this? Oh, Depressed Kid, don't go down to this. Okay, or I can't get there in time for the dispose.
That would have been big.
That would have been tossed right into a roar.
And in fact, I mean, again, we talked about how good it was, the timing of being able to keep this here. They're going to now try and contest the farm in Dire Jungle. This ward just barely outside of range of that outpost. But this is all buying time from Unkushi, who just finished off that big old stack of Ancients.
Yeah, the old blurred PA killing Ancients. Immersion also leeching a lot of that XP, plus getting some of the gold, I'm sure. Very close to level 9 here. Pump up the abilities a little bit. Arcane Rune Void Spirit wants to fight though, and you saw that with a Dissimulate. He's got that partial ring and the damage.
Okay, Ori. Underneath Vision. They both had wards down. One of them had a sentry though. Press Kid gets roared. They have save if they want to use it. Now turning onto the egg. Dissimulate, jump out, Immersion. Gonna have to go for the Cold Embrace on himself. And that might be the end of the fight. They keep going for more. This is a little bit bold. And in fact, Depressed Kid's going to find Arrow right at the start. Goes down, done. Can they find any more? Unkushi now shows up. Zeus ulti will take down that Skyrat. Depressed Kid thinking about going in for another round of the battle. They pull back one. Good catch. Thunder comes out. That's not going to be enough, sir. As they bring down the Terrorblade. Pari Parni, 5k gold lead.
Man, with the Arcane Rune there, the Shard just did so much work, because every one of those assimilates every 7 seconds, just getting that boosted damage. He was essentially canceling out their raindrops. by using the shard, right? Like it's cutting through that damage. And everyone was just popping raindrops through that fight. I saw them dissipating off of the Beastmaster and the Terrorblade. They're now actually out. He managed to burn through them all.
Jeez. Yeah, that is that's huge. I mean, they're playing better. There's nothing else to say about it.
Radiant are scared.
What was the goal with that egg? I guess they were just hoping to get like one kill and sort of pressure into the tower and hope the PA wasn't going to join. Because like there are PA players that I think would not have joined there. Because they'd be like, oh, you know, I'm so close and I'm getting my items and we don't really need, like, they're not going to get that full tower or something, but they just saw an opportunity. And part of that, again, comes from Pasha being on the Dawnbreaker. It's going to allow your under farm carries. It's just like under itemized carries. You know, the hard carry that doesn't want to be there. They can have a little bit more confidence when Dawnbreaker can just jump in too.
Yeah. It salvages all that. Depressed Kid gets jumped on, dissimulate, and out. Arrow still trying to chase. And again, this is, I mean, you know, dogs chasing cars, it feels like at this point. With Pari Parni keeping the entire map split. A hero in every lane, basically. And Rune is just struggling to find any type of momentum at this point. That last game definitely looking like it's looming.
My question is, how do you recover right now as Rune Eaters? You haven't really gotten that like little bit of snowballing that you'd hope for some of these heroes. Oh, you definitely do not want to lose your Zeus. This would be quite bad. This is how you recover. Over. Oh,
Depressed Kid. Oh, they find him. Egg is going down and eventually is going to pop. Pasha lives there because he has a BKB. It does not matter, apparently. Winter's Curse onto Illusion. That's not where they wanted that one. Depressed Kid, that one's in trouble, but gets the Dissimulate off. Jumps out, gets away. Arrow trying to finish him off. Will they be able to finish it, though? No, Depressed Kid eventually will die. Arrow gets turned on. They bring him down. Unkushi is not going to show up to this fight, so Immersion is going to be the last one that gets brought down here. But another big engagement.
Yeah, gets him a double kill on the TB. That's what you need to get into this one. Sure, there's a buyback from the Marcy, but Chian's out on top after that. And 1,000 gold to your Terrorblade. He's in the back just swinging. And yeah, the Wyvern, unfortunately, cursing those illusions. Not what you're hoping for there. And Depressed Kid just barely going down, as you said. It was just like the damage over time from the Icarus Dive and the Fire Spirits able to burn him out.
Very, very close on that one. And, you know, that again was the type of fight that I feel like Rune Eaters have to take right now, because if PA is not showing up, you need to win that one.
Well, the next issue will be what to do with their Beastmaster here, as Limitless currently looking towards a Wraith Pact.
Okay.
See if you can use that to reduce some of this like in-your-face damage that they're going to have inside that AoE, which of course can be pretty handy. But it does slow down like their tier 2 pushing a little bit, I would say, compared to the Helm of the Overlord, as well as their ease of roshing. So that can be even an issue. And when they're this far behind, it feels very dangerous for the Marcy to just kind of like jump in and initiate. So starting fights for them right now is tough. I mean, that engagement that just happened mid was all off of an over-aggressive play from Depressed Kid, trying to rely on the Solar Guardian to make sure it was a win.
Well, they're not going to be able to punish that play, as Kaori just gets eviscerated mid. Hayes, I mean, this is kind of all that he can really do on the Zeus, is sort of pressure, hope he doesn't get jumped by the Void Spirit. And you know, Void Spirit now getting close to an Aghanim Scepter, 1,500 gold away, and I don't think anybody has anything to deal with this. They have Manta on TB, and that's it.
That's a good point. And I mean, he knows he wants an MKB at some point, but he also feels like, you know, I can't just go for that. I'm just gonna get blown up. So I need my in-between item, which is Scotty. Everyone loves a Scotty right now. And then you just look at that and you're like, that's a lot of gold. that's a lot of time. Do I have time?
I mean, yeah, that's it's definitely a problem.
And you know, the thing about Dota is it's not like the grocery store. You can't buy time.
Gotcha. That's true. That's good.
Yeah.
I like that.
Also, overrated spice, really.
Use it on chicken. There you go.
Still overrated.
Okay. Let's see.
Radiant's middle
It's
tower.
not an
Pull
opinion,
back
it's a
one?
fact. That's
All
an
right,
easy kill.
Okay. Cool. Okay.
That was Wraith Pack doing its best there. It almost worked.
Wait, did they catch another one? Dude, Hayes caught up on the high ground. Oh no, this is not gonna end well.
Yo,
Hayes in
please, let him
trouble. Dude, they found 2 with the remnants, a third. Depressed Kid, he keeps finding them.
Top tower is under
Oh
attack.
God. Rune Eaters, they just need to run, but they can't run. There's nowhere left to go. Limitless found. They catch another. Egg is going to pop here. And afterwards, can they chase in for a 4th kill? Guess who it is? They find themselves TA 2000, stunned and done. Dude, Depressed Kid is absolutely wrecking this entire series. Somebody gave him his Wheaties this morning.
Somebody keeps giving him arcane runes is what's happening.
Okay.
Just saying. One of the most broken heroes in the game with an arcane rune. Like, the mobility he has with the shard, the dissimilate, and the astral step is just ridiculous. Constantly recharging. Yeah, okay. Okay. Now he's a DD too, but you know what? That's part of the game. That's rune control for you.
Dire's bottom tower
It's true.
is under attack.
It makes
And
all
every
the
time you get a
difference in the world.
spirit, you want him.
One has fallen to the Dire.
Well, that is going to be a Aghanim Scepter completed now. Immersion has a Blink Dagger. I mean, I think it's tough to say. Like, you never know what's going on behind the scenes and all that other stuff. But the mixture of, you know, the play and the draft in this game number 3 just hasn't looked like Rune Eaters have been able to recover from that game 2 diabolical thing that went down.
Yeah, it's I mean, never feels good when the PA has an MKB before you. That's for sure. That's kind of insulting.
It's true. Hey, it doesn't
Oh,
even
did
have
you
any
want one of
evasion.
these? I have one of these.
He has no evasion. What the hell?
It's a flex.
All right. It's true. Affirmative. All right. Running it down mid. Smoked up.
Dire are
Scan hits. They know they're there. Munkushi
Radiant structures
daring them to
are
come after him. And on the other side, Hayes revealing himself with creeps. Who needs wards? You found him right there. They do miss on the silence for the Zeus, though. So that's something. But do they have anything afterwards? Okay, Beastmaster caught with his boar. Munkushi jumps right on top of him. Big old chunk of damage out there. And the heals coming into play. They find another taunt. They kill off the Zeus. The game is looking rather rough, Trent. Unleash, hoping desperately for anything positive to happen for Rune Eaters, but they had no runes to feast on. It only went to Depressed Kid.
And I just see Posh on the Dawnbreaker, and he's like, yo, guys, these new heroes, though, these new heroes are really good. I spent my career playing Axe and Slardo. Why didn't you guys tell me about Dawnbreaker earlier, huh? This is great.
Yeah, that is, I mean,
under attack.
he's had a hell of the early laning stage, and then since then, you know, just pops in the moment's right.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Just a game where Rune Eaters, they found themselves at the end of the draft with no great way to start fights unless they're just like pushing down objectives. And when you get behind and you can't push the objectives, then you start to think like, what do we actually do right now? And they got a little bit lost. Couldn't quite find their way through this game, and now there's still another 2.5 minutes of an Aegis while you're smoked up trying to deward your own part of the map.
Yeah, and it just, everything feels bad. They farmed your ancients. You gotta wait here for 20 seconds for another one to show up
Radiant's middle
for
tower
TA
is under
2000. Oh man. Well, Scotty is almost done, Trent.
All
That
right.
will solve it. You know, he's only got 85% evasion right now. I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah, no, it'll be okay, right?
This should make my life easier.
He'll hit him never.
Dire's top
You're not
tower
wrong.
is under attack.
Does he die for the
Radiant's
rest of this
middle
game, do you think?
tower is under attack. Dire's
I came
structures are
close.
fortified.
There's gonna be a moment. This
Dire's
does a
top
lot of
tower
damage.
is under attack.
This is a bit scary. Wow.
I'm deciding he doesn't die.
Radiant's bottom tower
Okay.
has fallen.
Yeah.
Big old Zeus ulti. Gotta pad the damage stats. Then head back to farming. But tier 2 tower already taken. Outpost claimed by Pasha. Going into the Hex next.
And look at this. They're going to try and sweep through their own jungle here. With the smoke. So you can see what's going on. But Pasha is already too far gone. They're going to start moving north. They will run into Depressed Kid and Heaven if they go to that tree line. They're just getting the outpost first.
Yeah, and they saw that.
They keep drawing this vertical line. Do they have like another smoke or something? Oh, they do.
It's like, this is where we should have gone. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Radiant's
Well,
top tower is under
They
attack.
are now down 20,000
structures are
gold.
fortified.
And
a lot.
the game has very much fallen completely out of their control. And
But would you say it's a
Radiant's top tower
0% win
has
probability? Because that just seems harsh.
I think so.
Radiant's top
yeah, it
tower
is.
Well, that's what the
is
game
under
says too. So.
I mean,
Dire's
never
bottom
say
tower
never, you
is
know?
under attack. Dire are scanning.
Well,
Radiant's
maybe.
top tower is
Maybe
under
just this
attack.
once.
Dire's
What else do we have? Aghanim Scepter, Makushi. Oh god, he has a Lincoln Sphere too. Oh man, we've seen this Lincoln Sphere be so good against Marcy.
Oh, he's got a sliver. Don't worry. He has a Titan sliver now, guys.
Dire's bottom tower
Okay.
In
is
case you were a
under
little
attack.
concerned about Phantom Assassin, thought, you know, maybe she will die this game. It's like, nah, I'm good. All right, well, let's do the impossible and decide how Runeers will win this game. Ah, okay.
That was beautiful. I loved
thank
every
you.
moment of that. That was really good.
How does Runeers win this game? Egg. Sunray has percent-based
bottom
maximum
tower is
damage.
under
That's
attack.
really good. So we
Radiant's
roar.
top
We
tower is
Zeus.
under
Zeus
attack.
Nimbus. Nimbus is something.
Okay.
All right, so
He
we need
is
a
going,
roar, Nimbus. Okay, yeah, he'll get there eventually though. Don't distract. It'll be fine.
Fair. Okay.
Yeah. So
I like
Zeus
it.
gets an Aghanims. Marcy. Marcy's a new broken hero, right? She must be able to win this game.
It's
Surely.
true. She has the Blink Dagger.
Yeah.
The
that's,
Lincoln
that's
gets
free
broken
picks.
by Zeus.
Okay, and you know, Void Spirit's free, right? He's holding the gem, okay?
True.
So he's got 2,455 HP. He gets Blink Disposed, Roared. He should die. I mean, until they Cold Embrace and Dawnbreaker save him globally, but we're just gonna say that doesn't happen.
You know, one thing that's interesting though is that I think Dawnbreaker is going to buy out for the AC and then no buyback. Buyback's always valuable. That's a good thing, you know.
I mean, like that one time that TA2000 died last game.
Yeah, exactly. You getting it?
He didn't have that.
He did not have it.
No, that was a bit rough.
You know, I'll say this, like I think that the like mental stability is increased significantly game to game by not playing the same hero. You know what I mean? Like if
Oh,
something
yeah,
bad
true.
happened and then like, you know, you died without buyback or whatever, go into game 2, play something else.
Yeah, that's just a fact. It's just like, because you're always going to be thinking about that last game and like things that went on when you're playing the same hero, because you're thinking like, oh, I went this last game, how was that impactful, and blah, 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 blah. No, just got to mix it up.
Yeah.
Of course, they banned
Well,
the Alchemist, so.
That's true. Well, and the other thing is that Pari Parni, they banned the puck, which is sort of a weird one. They banned it from themselves. They're like, damn, well, we don't want to be in the same mindset. We want to win a different way, which they did. And they are in the process of.
Are we still at 0%? 1%!
Let's go.
This pause has mentally shifted things to give Rune Eaters 1%, according to Dota Plus. Thank you very much.
So you're
Look at that.
telling me
That's
there's
beautiful.
a chance.
There it
Dire's
is.
courier
It's
has
a
been
small
killed.
one. It's a little blip on that little green line. But it's there nonetheless.
I can see it going up, but you know, Pasha does not have buyback.
Do
All
you think
the
the game
pieces.
heard my 1% idea? You know, like
I
the
think so.
Aghanims, and it was convinced?
I mean, we
Yeah,
are.
like I said,
Oh, no.
Void Spirit will just die to Marcy. And
God.
oh wait, went the wrong way.
You know, our audio is being fed into Dota TV, so it will happen that they can hear us. That's understandable. And that means the game can hear your musings.
Oh, well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Who do I need buffed?
I don't know if it works like that. Maybe it will.
Change the map. Change
There it
the
is.
map. That's-
Just send it out.
Please.
Make it happen. Ag's Labyrinth. Bring it back.
Oh, well, then now we're talking.
That is. Level 24 PA. She is so big.
Radiant's middle
And
tower.
has the
Hey.
Reaver in hand.
Don't mind if I do.
She's so frightening. Oh, hello.
Oh my god, no!
She's level 15.
He wanted to roar. He just wanted to roar. But no such luck. Damn, dude. That's a rough one.
Yeah.
Well, they move on in, kill off the TV illusions, but up on the high ground, they are ready to go. And Trent, we are in the lands of no buybacks for the majority of Pari Parni, including Dawnbreaker. There's a chance here.
There is a chance.
Away. A how?
I hope.
That's right, a new hope.
There we go.
Ready to break it. Ready to break the Lincolns. Breaks it onto Munkushi. They've got the rebound. Interesting. Press kid. They jump in. Find him there. Pull him to the side. Kaori under control. The Supernova is out along with the Sunray, but it does nothing. Literally nothing. Depressed kid walks away. And they have to get out of there because this is looking rather tough. Oh my god, triple stifling dagger. Munkushi is a monster.
Someone stop him.
Dagger. Throwing out the daggers. With Beastmaster back up, they're gonna respect that potential for a roar, as they don't have Aegis on Munkushi. That is the one thing that they're missing right now in Pari Parni.
Yeah, it would certainly be the cherry on top. It's I'm sure they're aware likely unnecessary, but you don't want to give that 1% chance. You just want to take some kills, take some gold, and head back out and prep for that Roche. And, well, unfortunately for all of us, really, it's a long Roche.
Not for
Unless you're Rune
Eaters.
Eaters. they want a nice long one.
Radiant are scanning.
Get out there, buy another item,
Are scanning.
see the jungle one last time, decide where you'd like your plot to be. You know,
There you
be
go.
buried. Nice view of the river, perhaps.
If TA 2000 could get to MKB, that might start making things feel a
Radiant's
little
middle
better.
tower is under
Uh-huh,
attack.
yeah.
Depressed kid. Oh, they're going to try and one-shot him. Oh, they find him. That's the Beastmaster dead. On the other side, TA 2000 caught. And they're ready to jump here in a moment. They find themselves. This Terrorblade pops the BKB, runs away. Does not feel great, Trent.
No. And they want one more here.
Kaori wants to get away. No such luck. Double kill from Munkushi. The Munkushi man.
Munkushi monster. 7-1 and 12.
That's right.
2 kills. Or sorry, 2 deaths together rather between Munkushi and Depressed Kid this game. Just making it look nice and easy, sort of playing as aggressive as they want, backed up by the heals from the Wyvern, the Solar Guardians, global potential. Makes everything nice and easy. I'd love to see the Ags at this point. I feel like this game's kind of free. Wouldn't mind seeing the big one there. Like 120 heal per pulse.
Oh, that sounds really cool. Yeah, the evasion afterwards too. Just double down on it.
Radiant's
Although
top
Pasha,
tower is under
I feel like
attack.
he's always more of the mind of being a cool kid. Blinkhex is pretty cool.
Well, you're not wrong there. And although this Hawk is watching them Roche, they don't care.
Nope. Not even a little bit. EA about to get Fan of Knives on top of everything else. So pure damage to break through Terrorblade. Already a rough series of events.
Dire's bottom tower
And
is
it is,
under
of course, a DPC series.
structures
And so
are
they are playing it to the
fortified.
bitter end here from Rune Eaters. Trying to find that 1%. See if they
And-
can find any semblance of hope.
I mean, the really scary thing for Rune Eaters is that this was like, you know, their shot to sort of remain in upper division, start looking good. It's a tough one now because this means that it's going to be 1 and 4 for Rune Eaters, 1 and 3 for Mind Games, and 1 and 4 for Pari Parni. So a battle at the bottom between those 3 teams, and it was looking like it was going to be pretty well set to escape the relegation area.
And then after this, you go up against Outsiders as your next matchup. So, you know, heading into that off a loss after a pretty tough loss too, of course, as game 2 was looking pretty good in their favor, and now suddenly you're losing game 3 by a significant margin. Very unlikely that you're going to find much of a comeback here, and that you really had much of a chance. And so you go up against Outsiders, and well, that's just depressing.
That's true. It does not feel good.
Kid doing his thing.
I mean, he's feeling better after this one, and ready to go.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
They are just not even showing up. There's nobody home. They're like, guys, can we keep foot pushing forever? Can it work? There's not really that much else that they can do at this point, but you know, it is feeling, I'm sure, rather quiet right now in the old Rune Eaters Discord call.
Well,
smoke up, and then they walk away on Pari Parni.
Radiant are scanning.
The press kid's playing like he is bots level 2 or something.
Yeah, he's nowhere nearby.
Yeah, I mean, they thought they were all smoked behind PA, and they were just kind of bluffing. Like, they were just Wyvern, really. And then obviously you have the potential for the Solar Guardian, but the press kid would not have been there in time if something were to pop off. And all right, well, that's an agonist from Mancusi.
I mean, the one thing this has all been building up to has been MKB Terrorblade, and he hasn't completed. He may be 6 levels behind. He may be 10,000 gold behind. But Terrorblade is a ridiculous hero. Trent, where there's a will, there's a way.
Do they have any wills on their team?
They might. Not too sure about that one. Oh my god. And just going bootsless right now, Mancusi. Just gonna sort of plink away at it again. Daring anybody to come up and deal with the PA.
I mean, it's actually absurd when you think about the Fan of Knives, because it's 16% of your max health, and it's every 6 seconds on multiple heroes.
That is pretty insane, Trent. That is a problem. They have spent
I'll tell you
more
one
time.
thing. No one expects you to be hiding in a triangle during this.
No.
I'll give you that.
A little bit. It's a bold move. They try and find the back lines. Okay. That's the jump right at the start. Find immersion and going to drop. Mancusi completely separated from the rest of them. Fan of Knives turns, tries to bring him down. This is looking pretty good. One life about to go down. Maybe it's just no. The crits are coming in. CA2000, you can't afford to run. He wanted to sunder, but there was nothing to sunder. Limitless was too far. Mancusi, the madman, is way too strong. It was all looking beautiful for a moment, but only a moment.
Shout out Wraith Pact.
I believe that might be the end of the game, Trent.
Yes, I believe there was a GG and some DCs and some see you laters happening here. And Pari Parni take themselves a big ol' victory. 2-1.
Wow. What a comeback.
Yeah, I think that overall Rune Eaters were leading for more of this series.
I think so too. They are feeling mighty good about themselves. Like, guys, did we just win that? That happened? What were they doing? Wow. What an unbelievable series of events. And God, you gotta feel for Rune Eaters. That's a tough way to go out. You end it with I think offlane going 0-22 between the Beastmaster and the Marcy. That is a tough game.
That's a tough call out. All right, fair, fair but harsh.
See?
Yeah, and I've said before that Depressed Kid was looking a little bit rough this season for someone who we all hold in pretty high regard in terms of his overall potential. It felt like there were some games where he just honestly, it looked like he didn't care. Which typically I don't like to put the emotions of a player or something based on their play, but honestly, that's kind of what it felt like. But today. These last 2 games, it looked like he really has some sort of a reinvigorated passion, or there's something in the draft that he feels like he's more empowered, because he popped off in both games. So shout out to both him and Mancusi. Certainly felt like this was more led from the 1 and the 2, in these games. And then Pasha also finding a great hero in game number 3 in the Dawnbreaker, struggling really for impacts in both game 1 and game 2, I would argue. And now he just, like, all 3 cores look like they just got what they wanted in this one. So very well done by Pari Parni.
Very, very well done indeed. And yeah, revitalized kid. We're on the new train. Choo choo. We called it earlier. Will it end up amounting to, you know, a 3-way tie later on down the road? That's still to be seen, as Rune Eaters are now going to be 1-4, tied with Pari Parni, also at 1-4, and Mind Games is that other team that they're battling out with in the battle.
This is Nat's job. She's going to get mad at you. We're not supposed to do this. Yeah,
my bad.
Come on, they got the graphics. What are you doing?
They'll forget by the time we get through the commercial anyway. So speaking of which, we'll be back in just a few after the break. See you on the other side where the panel's going to break down all the action before I do their job. See you in a bit.
Game 3, Pari Parni looked amazing, and not only did they pick up their first game win this series, but they actually pick up their first series win. They take it 2-1 up against Rune Eaters. People who favored, right? A lot of people favored that team.
No.
You did favor that team a lot.
Rune Eaters.
Whoa, no, you did favor Rune Eaters into the series.
I'm the Rune Eaters fan. That's me.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I got ahead of myself.
You really
Seriously,
did. He
so
just wanted to
combative
argue
today.
He's
like coming for my throat.
Literally. He's like, oh, you don't need to jump into the river. I'll push you into it, Chief.
I
But
specifically remember
I
that.
did say that
he
behind
did say it.
scenes,
Yeah, that's, I got that one on recording. But let's break down this game 3. The first thing being just how aggressive Pari Parni looked. It seemed like it was a whole nother team that turned up here in game 3, Sheep.
Gods, yeah, they were really, really good. I mean, obviously it's off the back of their draft just being better and easier to play. Like, I think they did a really good job, though, even on the slight technical side. For example, a lot of their fights were happening because they were jumping in with Void Spirit, using the Remnant Pull to stun, and using, like, a Skyroth out on top of that, and, like, backing off with the Void Spirit. So they weren't over-committing. They were getting pick-off like that, and then they would kind of go in a bit more because they had the backup of the Dawn ult anytime Rune has decided to commit with the Beast Roar. We even see, like, a few times when someone would get rolled, I think it was PA, she had Dawn ult and Wyvern heal on top of her. Not this, right here. She just does not die. No damage taken.
She literally comes out of
That's
that.
a lot of heal.
That curse, looking back to full health.
Yeah.
So, they had a great lineup on the side of Pari Parni and played almost perfectly. Rune Eaters, though, didn't really have much way into this game, it felt, even though in game 2 the TB looked great. They picked it up again here in game 3, but it just didn't have the same impact for you.
Yeah, first of all, laning stage was worse for TB this game. He struggled against the Dawnbreaker. I think it was Trent was making some jokes about how, you know, game 1 and 2 kind of played like the old heroes, the Slardar, we played the Axe, and like, oh, I get to play a new hero now. This is kind of broken. Get to win my lane, get to scale, do all these other things that these, you know, old single target offlaners don't get to do. So great laning stage, honestly, here for Pari, and just the TB just didn't have a great lane. And then on top of it, I knew it was going to be a hard game for them. I mentioned that their stun control was literally a dispose, and guess who was dying first in every single fight? It was the Marcy. So really, they just had a Roar as their only stun, and that does not feel good when you're playing Terrorblade. You want to have a lot of stuns to keep them in place so you can do a lot of damage.
Is there a way that they could have played around the lack of stuns, maybe going for more pickoffs or something that they just failed to see or execute for themselves in Rune Eaters?
I'll let you answer that one.
Well, I didn't feel like it because it's not like they were able to turtle and really play defensively because, like, Parni were playing very aggressively, making lots of moves. Like, Depressed Kid playing out of his friggin' mind this whole series. Like, they just kept going. Like I said, they were willing, they could kill without super overcommitting due to, like, the Skyroth Void combo. So it was easy for them to kind of, like, go mid, jump on someone, quickly pick them off, back off, and just, like, reset and do it again. And there's nothing that they could really do about that on Rune Eater's side. And then they just keep getting picked off and picked off.
Because they couldn't stun them.
Yeah, there's no stuns. This Phoenix needed to be like the carry that they wanted. I don't think the TB fit in properly, and then they just pick stuns on the last pick. There's like a whole host of supports you could pick from that have control. Felt like they just really lacked there. And like you saw it in how Zeus would be mid. They would rotate on him with the Skyroth and Void Spirit and kill him, and it's just easy, and no one can really like TP and counter react other than Marcy, and it's a bit
Yeah. Well, this being Pari Parni's first series win, I guess I want to ask you guys, what are you taking away, right? What do you want them to take away from this and hopefully continue executing in their upcoming series?
Make sure Depressed Kid has a good game.
True.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, he's like a really good player, and looking at game 1, he didn't get the greatest like hero for the game.
Yep.
In games 2 and 3, you got to be like that star playmaker, and I'd love to see him like fill those shoes more, I guess.
Okay. Well, we don't have an interview, unfortunately, for this series, so we are just instead going to jump to the standings, and we can have a bit of a discussion. I know Lyrical is kind of trying to take away our jobs there, but we can see now that Pari Parni and Rune Eaters are tied down there at the bottom of the ladder. They have the exact same scoreline. It is only 5 series both teams have played, so there is a potential for one of them to break ahead and leave the other one behind. But yeah, they're looking quite even down there. Mind Games as well played 1 less series, so they have 1 less loss at the moment, but it is a potential for a 3-way tie in the coming weeks. And all the way at the top, Team Spirit, they're undefeated, and then Navi, Bet Boom, Outsiders, and 1 move. You guys have anything you want to say on these standings?
I mean, that was a crucial series for Rune Eaters to kind of put Parni in the ground. They failed, sadly. So, yeah, this puts them way at risk. And Parni feeling pretty good. They got a shot. Depends on how Mind Games does, really.
I feel like this is completely split in half. I think 1 move, Mind Games, Pari, and Rune Eaters. There might just be like a huge like fight for, you know, getting relegated here. But on the other half, you have Spirit, Navi, Bet Boom, and Outsiders. Between all those teams as well, I think it's like a fight for the major at that point between those teams. Like, yeah, I really feel like just like split down the middle here in Eastern Europe.
Yeah. Well, that is gonna end our show for today, because like I said, we unfortunately don't have an interview, but hopefully you guys have enjoyed all of the Eastern European action and the Southeast Asia action that we had earlier. But for now, we'll see you guys in a couple of days back on studio. I know that is another double Eastern European day tomorrow, so you can hang around, enjoy, and look forward to that one.